welcome to Big VTV. Great to have you with us for a Monday night coming off the back of what was an extraordinary weekend. Talking youthies tonight, seniors tomorrow night, all about finals. 3 championship titles decided. What an extraordinary weekend, Steve. A lot of fun.
It was, and I'm smiling for one particular reason.
Oh,
it was a great, not just weekend, not just sport night, it was a great season.
Oh, it was, yes.
To wrap up.
But you are up and about, Nunawading.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we celebrated
Orange Army
to the early hours of the morning.
I was down squeezing oranges last night with the Orange Army, the Orange Crush. It was fantastic.
Good.
Really enjoyable. Let's have a look at Youth League 2 Women. Jeez, we speak some crap. Youth League 2 Women. What do we got here? There's the results out of the weekend. Qualifying final and elimination final. Now, unfortunately, my crew out there at the Pacers didn't come through. Cootsie did what she did, did what she does, and she did it well. Cootsie had 21 and 16, 5 assists, 5 steals. She was a star. Sammy Neal, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. They were fantastic. Pakenham got over Whittlesea. LT Power had 25 and 9. Now, my girl, Windy, didn't put up a shot.
18 minutes, 0 of 0. I think it was 6 rebounds and 5 fouls.
Yes.
What happened there?
Oh, I don't know. Well, one thing you can be guaranteed with a young rising star like that, you take it in your stride. Playing a big final, things didn't pan out. Windy will be back bigger and better than ever next season. Make no mistake. To Bods and all the crew out there, well done. Ripping season. They flew home.
Absolutely.
I'm still staggered that he wasn't Coach of the Month for Josh. Staggered. But they flew home. They gave themselves a chance. But right now it's about Pakenham. Well done. Because, I love the Warriors.
I knew that was coming.
I couldn't lose.
I
could not lose in this game.
Whittlesea lose, you're quick to jump off. Pakenham win, you're quick to jump back on. It's the Pakenham bandwagon, you're jumping back on. And they've got a tough test next week because they're in a preliminary final against the loser of the following game.
And we're going to talk about that in a moment. If ACDC, Steve-O, was ever to play a free concert, if they were just to pick one place in the world to play a free concert, surely it's the Coliseum.
It'd be very close. But the thing is, though, why would you go somewhere where it's already
already popular?
It's already there.
If they're not wearing Pakenham tops to games down there, they've got ACDC shirts.
Correct.
On. They love it. Let's have a look at Casey and Frankston because that was a very important game. Winner goes through to the grand final, and it is the Cavs 74-62 over Franger. Tuppers had 18. Well done to Lauren Tuplin. Steph Leclerc had 10.7 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals. Tori Jackson 18 and 8 for Frankston, but the Cavs roll on.
That's right. Frankston were impressive last week, upsetting Pakenham. They came to this contest prepared. They gave it their best shot. I know it was double digits in the end, but Frankston were definitely in the game.
Right in it.
They can't lose confidence out of that loss.
No.
They have to take the positives out of this match into next week's rematch against the Warriors.
It's an important thing you say there, Steve, about confidence, because the one thing I love about preliminary finals in sport is it's always a team that's coming off a win against a team coming off a loss.
Correct.
And in this case, it'll be Pakenham off the win, Frankston off the loss. The winner of that game will meet Casey in the grand final. We're going to talk about that big prelim matchup later on in the week.
Correct. Friday night.
Going to be a lot of fun. Youth League 2 men, semi-finals. It was game 1, or is it?
No, one.
Knockout, one and done. Yeah, you can tell I haven't been to the production meeting. Don't hold it against me. Craigieburn in that case is out, and Collingwood as well.
Yeah, that's right. First off, Craigieburn wiped off the floor, but only because it was offensive explosion from Frankston. Yep. They came off the bye, had a week off.
How's their second half of the season?
And they came prepared. Let me tell you, 21-7 second quarter started it off because Craigieburn led at quarter time. Jumped out of the blocks early. Tristan Lloyd was fantastic. 18 points, 15 rebounds. Abraham Solano had a great last month of the season. Took it into the playoffs as well. He backed it up with 24 points, but just couldn't get Craigieburn over the line.
So Craigieburn gone.
Craigieburn are done.
Done. I ran into the great man, the guitar man, yesterday. I was probably wallowing in my game and didn't really talk to him about his, but Collingwood gone.
Well, that's right. Upset to the Pakenham Warriors. It was built to be a big clash. These two teams do know each other very well. Athian Manuel had 17 points, 15 rebounds, just couldn't find enough around him to get going. 69 points. It's probably one of the lowest scores that Collingwood scored this season.
Yes, very good point.
So Pakenham certainly locked down defensively, led by Nathan Dodgson. He had 16 and 9. Ned Wiedemann. Matt Darcy had about 9 dimes as well.
Dodgy had 16 and 9.
Correct.
Oh, well done, Dodgy.
Absolutely.
Nice. Well, with Pakenham Youthies progressing in finals, there's a very, very good chance, high probability, Steve, that I will be heading down to the Coliseum at some stage in the next few weeks.
Well, it's good to hear because it will be next weekend. It'll be this weekend actually, where Pakenham will host game one of the grand final series.
Okay, looking forward to that. Let's go to Youth League 1 Women. Semi-finals. It was game 2 of their best of 3, and in both situations, there was no need for game 3.
No, that's right. Sunbury ran out 12-point winners over Geelong. Put the clamps on the Super Cats. Chloe Anger.
Hang on. Just take it back a step, because I saw this result. I had a good look at this game last night. I can't get to every game. I know people out there think that we do and we should, but we can't quite map our way around Melbourne to be in 17 different places.
Not just Melbourne.
And beyond. But when I saw this result last night, and I saw who led the way for Sunbury, the immediate thing I thought of is you would be fist pumping. You'd have your Sunbury Jets colours on.
Correct.
Your singlet on because you're part of the team down there.
Absolutely.
And you would have been fist pumping because Angers from the hangers absolutely exploded.
Well, I'm telling you, she didn't just lead her team. She
dominated
the team. She was all over the court. 25 points, 16 rebounds. I'm not even too sure if any other Sunbury player finished in double figures.
Didn't matter. I don't even know who else is in the team, Steve. Is there anyone else playing for Sunbury these days? Is there anyone else actually playing for them?
Absolutely.
Can you name a few of them, please?
There's 4 others on the court.
Can you name a few of them
There's
out there,
no need to name because there's only one player in this matchup that has carried the Jets through to the grand final, and they'll need the role players and everyone else to get them over the hump to win the championship. Let me tell you.
Said. The Colonel had 15 and 10 for Geelong. They've had a good season, Geelong.
Yeah, they have, and I know they fell short on 2 occasions to Sunbury over the last fortnight, but they've certainly put in their best effort.
What about a young lady out of Keilor, had 33 in game 1, had 22 in game 2, Emily Alice.
33 in game 1, got over McKinnon, did it mostly by herself. This time, the band got around her, and the Thunder was certainly a strong unit to get over the Cougars. 22, 4 and 4, as you mentioned. Tasia Overby had 21 points and 15
Tasia.
rebounds, and there were a host of others as well that played their role. For McKinnon, Chelsea Branston bounced back off a quiet one. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 dimes, and 6 steals.
The all-round game as we expect from Chelsea. I tell you, the other thing I saw in that game, Emma Crease, who broke her thumb during the season, came back for that game. Great to see her back on court. And McKinnon were very competitive in that series, but Keilor just too good.
Absolutely. You touch on McKinnon there. They were probably given no hope in their series against the top of the table.
Some of us had some hope, Steve.
They put in 2 extremely solid performances without doing any damage.
I've got one name for you. Emily Alice. I know we're going to be talking about the grand final matchup later on in the week, but it should be a beauty.
Good.
Your Sunbury up against my Keilor.
Your Keilor.
Going to be a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Let's go to Youth League 1 Men Grand Final Game 2. And if you wanted a grand final series to go down to the wire in every game of the series, it only needed 2. There wasn't a third.
Correct.
But gee, the 2 games were unbelievable. Waverley by a point at Waverley the week before. Sunbury, I think, made a basket after the buzzer. Didn't count. So Waverley went to Sunbury 1 up, and it was a corker.
The only thing that didn't happen in this series to make it the ultimate series was it happened in game 3.
It didn't go to game 3.
It only needed 2 games. Waverley 6-point winners on Sunbury's home floor in overtime.
Which is hard.
Real tough.
Yep.
Real tough. They were very good there that season. Nathan Baker, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. KC, 21 points, 3 assists for Sunbury, just falling short. The likes of Nathan Malloy, Cody Fredrickson and Dylan Larkin stepping up big when it mattered. And the Falcons, Youth League 1 men's
they call him the Frog out there, Cody. Fredo the Frog. Cody Fredrickson is an exceptionally talented young player. Been playing seniors as well for Waverley.
Yes.
Stepped out here, 19 really classy points as well. As you said, Malloy had 23, but Fredo the Frog, he was fantastic. And Waverley What a sensational season. Ilya Palionis up and about as coach, and to get the win in OT at Sunbury, that's as good as it gets, and congrats.
Stepped up when it mattered. These two teams, I think, split their series throughout the season. A lot of work obviously was done behind the scenes, and Waverley got two very important wins to lift the trophy.
Molten VYC women, Knox went into this weekend 1 up. Now, I did allude to it last week at this time. I said that there was going to be some big outs for Knox. Obviously, Aliana Bravington didn't play the weekend. Had some other school commitments, I believe. Right. And Leah Santamaggio was with the seniors Saturday, came back for the game on Sunday. But a couple of massive outs. And as competitive as they were, the Raiders, it was the Orange Army again, Steve, again.
Well, that's right. Second year in a row, Molten Victorian Youth Champ Women champions the Sabres. Interesting to note, because you mentioned Bravington, Santamaggio missing on Saturday night. You would have thought that's Knox done. They'd wipe that off the floor and head to game 3 where they'd know they'd get Santamaggio back. Night. Very competitive. Yes. That game was in the balance right to the end. Ella Batish stepped up 14 and 11. Cassil 10 and 11 double-doubles.
What about Loz?
For those.
What about Loz for Knox? Very good. Los Angeles, very, very good on Saturday night. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. So Loz stood up.
Yeah, the role players absolutely stood up when it mattered for the Raiders.
So went to game 3.
Correct.
Santamaggio
went back to Sandringham for game 3. Santamaggio returned well held, 6 points, I think it was, maybe 10 rebounds. Yeah. Did everything they could to stop her. Meg Rogowska stepped up double-double. Ella Batish gave 13 rebounds. And Isabel Shea had 10 points and 6 rebounds to lead them and the Sabres to a championship.
And the wily old Megan had 16 points and 5 rebounds for Knox, Megan Wiley. So, hey, Knox, I think, can hold their heads high. Their last third, maybe last half of the season, extraordinary. Fantastic, but gee, Sandringham were a front runner also.
Absolutely.
Very, very good program down there with their youthies. Yep. Let's go to Molten VYC men. With thanks to Molten, and grand final only needed 2 games again. Mm-hmm. You and I saw game 1.
Yes.
And it was a pounding, comprehensively Nunawading Eltham. I said this time last week that Eltham would have to do something markedly different to be any chance whatsoever. Now, I wasn't out at the game, but I believe that they were more competitive, but Nunawading's still too good.
Well, absolutely. They were. The change was they allowed Christian Yamuni to get in the game a lot earlier than he did because he was correct. He was in foul trouble. He ended up finishing with the 20 points and the 5 rebounds, but Nunawading just had all the answers.
Shared the load, Steve.
In the crucial moments of the game. Jack Gandolfo, very good. 20 points, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. And the grand final series MVP, Tommy Graham, had 14 points and 9 rebounds.
Well done. Congratulate Blue Army. I applaud you. I was on the Red Army, and unfortunately they couldn't get the job done. Steve-O is the greatest supporter of Nunawading VYC, man. He loves it. He talks blue, he bleeds blue, and he's a very, very happy blue boy today. So well done, mate.
Well, that's right. And for the Spectres, I mean,
I don't know that they could have got the job done without you, Steve.
Oh, well, I mean, look, I'm not sure either. But they did come they did come good at the right time of the season, found some form towards the back half, took that form into the playoffs, made sure that no other team could keep up with them. And I mean, look, to go the spoils.
That might be the most self-centered comment on Big V TV in 9 years ever. I don't know that they would have either.
And I mean, did you like the way I just sort of slid it under there and carried on? Because, I mean, it could be true, it may be true, it could be false.
We've started the week well. When you're looking for a flog comment, we just got one. What a great start to the week. We're talking finals all week. Well done to our 3 champs thus far. More on the Youthies finals coming up later on in the week. Now, tomorrow we're back here talking seniors. What a big weekend for seniors. Massive. Gee, there were some good games. And some surprises.
Absolutely.
Some big surprises. What are we doing with our fine folk in Big V land on Wednesday and Thursday, Steve? I didn't get to the production meeting, so just remind me.
Awards night is on September 22 this year. We will be handing out some statistical award winners.
Yes.
And
are we going to announce them?
Across Wednesday and Thursday.
We're going to announce them.
Announcing.
So that's like golden hands and points and
leading
rebounds.
rebounder, top scorer throughout the division. So we'll make sure that Wednesday gives props to our youth leagues.
Yes.
And on Thursday, our senior divisions.
Now, I was an apology for last Friday's show,
Yes.
I had a couple of other things on, and gee, I copped some abuse over the weekend for not being in here.
Very good.
In the studio
Should have
Friday
too.
night. Seriously,
That was
ease up. Anyway, mind you, that was all Stephen Craig sending me the abuse. Hey, have a great night. Back here tomorrow night on Big V TV, 5:30 PM, looking at all the senior finals. Cracking weekend. See you tomorrow night.